All right, in the meantime, I want to go to Doug Burgum, the 2024 GOP presidential candidate. He's got more important things to worry about right now, doesn't get immersed in a lot of this stuff. He hasn't get involved in the woke stuff, hasn't really talked much about Donald Trump or Biden or their investigations. Interesting article in today's Wall Street Journal saying that his preference is to focus on issues that matter. Governor, it's always good to have you. One of the things I noticed reading the Journal today, sir, is you say, I think you were referring to woke topics at the time, that these are hot topics, but we're running a race to get the federal government focused on the stuff that matters. Are you saying that these matters concerning Donald Trump and his legal back and forth and then this president's legal issues, that they don't matter? You don't want to focus on those? You don't want to talk about those?
Well, I think Neil, great to be with you. Same. And I do want to say, before the top of the hour, they were giving roping lessons on your channel. And when we were a 10-person software company, the first Comdex we went to, we were giving roping lessons in our booth. And today's the day of the cowboy. So we're calling in from Montana. We were at the professional bull riding event last night, Best of America, great stuff. And when you're with people like that last night, they're not focused on the whole industry around the punditry about indictments, et cetera. They're really focused on the things that matter to them. And they're concerned about the economy and inflation. And they're concerned about U.S. energy policy. And they all know they're paying too much for gas when they're filling up their cars or their tractors. And they're also concerned about national security and starting with the border, but also what's going on with China and Russia. So we when we're out talking to people across America, we know that these are the issues that matter to them. And voting's going to start in January. There's a lot of twists and turns between now and then, but we want to be there ready when the voting starts in the primaries to know that we understand what Americans are really concerned about.
Well, you seem to be making traction, and a lot of people don't know you've been impressive North Dakota governor, but of course you ran Giant Software, took it from scratch, created a whole cloth, sold it to Microsoft, became very rich in so doing. And now you seem to be resonating in polls, at least in New Hampshire, where you're at 6%, I believe, tied with Chris Christie. You're at the 40,000 donor thing, so that would qualify you for the big debate next month. But you're still not nationally at into this 1% in the poll thing. So do you think you're going to be able to make that debate?
No, absolutely. We're going to be on that debate. And, like I said, we've been at this 6 weeks. We still have got a lot of people that are getting to know us. If they want to know more, go to dougburgum.com. But the thing we like, of course, when you're starting from a spot where you've got low name recognition but high favorability, the more people that get to know us, the more people like us. And I think that's what's reflected.
Well, that is definitely resonating, and we're showing national polls here, but it's definitely resonating in New Hampshire, not yet in Iowa. That could change. But your selling point is that you don't want to get in a lot of these kind of emotional issues. You're talking about the economy, you're talking about energy, you're talking about the kind of stuff that's very important. But can it help you register in the polls? You're being a serious candidate here. But a lot of these issues, depending on the point of view, they're not serious issues that are coming up.
Well, I think the thing to understand, Neil, is that we're very passionate about the issues we're talking about. And it turns out that voters, the ones that are concerned about these issues, the economy, energy, national security, these are core issues to them. And this is, again, affects every American. And we know that our economy is crawling when it should be sprinting. We know that red tape is choking small businesses. And these are things that affect them. They want someone who's going to fight for them and their issues. Some of the stuff that's happening with the courts, of course, there's a concern in voters across the country that we may have a two-tiered system of justice. Of course there is. But then they got to get up tomorrow and they got to, make payroll. They've got to put food on the table. They got to get their crop harvested. And so, what we're talking to them about really matters to them.
Well, it does appear to be resonating, and you're a serious candidate. Doug Burgum, 2024 presidential candidate, governor of North Dakota. Very impressive track record. We'll follow him. We are also following the heat wave gripping the country right now.